more Bloodborne, and on the next Chalice dungeon, the Defiled one, which I've heard nothing but bad things about due to the fact that it's cursed more so than the other ones. Especially in that it apparently gimps my character's health quite a bit. That's gonna be fun. Not really. Ugh. So, yeah. Do it. Prepare to die a lot in this one. I'm not looking forward to this one at all. I'm really not. And depending on how long it goes, I may have to split it into 2 parts, maybe 3. And as far as I know, there's really, cut my health in half. Oh, this is gonna suck. And as far as I know, there's really no tips to keep my health up. It's just it's the traditional song and dance of try not to get hit by anything. Are you kidding me? Yep, it's gonna be one of those dungeons. Shit. And apparently the Thumerian eye hill chalice is in here somewhere. Again. Ugh. I'm beginning to wonder if it's even worth it killing half the enemies in this dungeon. I think I may have to just run past a lot of them. Just these. Ignore the witch, go for everything else. Lever is ahead, huh? Uh-oh. Damn it. That's not a lever, that's a chest. Unless the lever's in the room, is in the other, down the hall from the chest. No, not really. Not really at all. No. The only good thing about this is that my endurance is still up. Here, that flame witch is so far the worst enemy in this level. There's the lever. I'm not looking forward to the bosses, though. An amygdala, and I know is one of them. No other chests in here. I'm gonna ignore the witch because she one-shots me. Unless I get something out of her. Nope. Did better this time. Just needed a quicker weapon. No, I did not know that. Again, the game doesn't tell me jack. I'm considering leveling up. I was considering leveling up more of the arcane stuff, but now that you mention it, I might do skill as well. If you could tell me what the strength and blood... I think bluntage refers mostly to my guns, right? So... And also to, I guess, weapons that do blood damage, like the bloodletter. expecting a trap, and a trap I saw coming. Yeah, Chikase I don't really care much for. Bloodletter, I'm not sure either. I mean, the Bloodletter looks cool and all, but considering how much health it saps from use, I'm not really sure if I'll ever really use it that much. Shining coins I'm never gonna use. Pitiful. Tricky room. I wanted a visceral, but it didn't work. Downstairs and upstairs. A shortcut just in case. Uh-oh. Come the frick on. uses... Yep, does use one bullet. Found that out by accident once. In the previous dungeon, I believe. Cursed tampering... Dampering, gem. Huh. Oh. Search the corpse, damn it. Ugh, thank you. Okay, so it's one room up here and one more up there, I believe. Rust is effective. Oh, come on. He got lucky. You mean the blood liquor? That's what I've seen. They've surprisingly not been that common. Okay, that was the last room. In here, anyway. Yep, I actually killed one from a death from above kill. And one I only ever saw once in one of the regular Thumeru dungeons, but it disappeared when I came back through the room. So they've honestly not been as annoying as I feared. I guess it's chance, I suppose. Remember Cooperator? Yeah, which one? I have not seen any. Keeper of the Old Lords, huh? Damn it, got too confident for my own good. This is a straight run through. not target. Not even gonna bother. Oh, wait. Very close. Yeah. Oh, I just remembered. It was, Keeper, Watchdog, and then Amygdala. Yeah, what was bullcrap was I parried her, or him, whichever, and he jumped right back out of it. That's never happened. I'll try Bolt, see if that works. Come on, I pressed trigger. It did not work. I hate how unresponsiveness the controls are sometimes. I know about the bare hand. It's just I ended up confusing it for his main attack, and well, nothing happened. What just happened was I pressed the button for her to shoot, and nothing happened. Like, it did not register. I hate it when the game does that. keep getting too greedy. Way too greedy. Ugh. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to start updoing the skill since I depend a lot on visceral attacks. Oh yeah, that. Again with that. I really hate how whenever I get down to the 1%, I lose anyway, and I end up sucking again. Ugh. I can't wait to fight Watchdog and Amygdala in this state. Oh wait, I'm not. Where are my blood? There they are. Are you shitting me? Ugh, I don't like this dungeon at all. The health. I guess endurance I would have been fine with. But, come on. The health is my lifeblood for how I'm able to survive as long as I do. That fire wave of his is very annoying. That's what's killing me. And I don't know how to avoid it. I really don't. The only other thing I can think of is putting heat-resistant armor on. Which I think I might do, honestly. See if that helps in any sense. Okay. 80. 130. 120. 140. Also 140. 110. 10. 90. 70. 90. And I'm gonna be dealing with the watchdog eventually, so I think fire-based garb is the resistant garb is the best I can deal with at the moment. Until I eventually reach the amygdala, which, to my knowledge, isn't a fire-based monstrosity. Well, I missed my visceral right there because he pushed me away. I hate it when that happens. That's probably the one thing I hate about doing visceral attacks in this game. Sometimes they'll end up hitting me anyway, and it's just not worth it. Yeah, because the saw cleaver is basically like a Swiss Army knife. Come on. What gives? Bah. This is gonna be a multi-part dungeon, isn't it? And by that I mean separate streams per level. Because this is getting very annoying. And tiring, especially. This is one of the most exhausting games I've ever played in my life. I press trigger. You stupid game. I pressed triangle also. What the hell? I press trigger, nothing happens. I press triangle to heal, nothing happens. What the fuck? the button detection is balls at this in this game sometimes. I can't tell you how many times I've pressed a button and nothing ever happened. And completely wasted my vault papers because the game now sucks. Ugh. Rage and apathy. At this point, it's a combination of rage and apathy. Get him. I got him. Ugh. First gem. Ugh. That was annoying. And it's only gonna get worse, isn't it? Ugh. At least it's only 3 levels. 3 arduous levels. How am I doing in my health vials? 274. I'm gonna have to start grinding for them again at some point. Since I depend so much on viscerals, I'm gonna have to start leveling my skills up. Let me see. Ugh.
Farewell, good hunter. May you
In cold blood. I'm out of all the other ones. I'm gonna make a quick pit stop at the lecture building. The amygdala I defeated once at the skin of my teeth. Since I'm dealing with 2 fire monsters and a great one, I think Bolt will be useful against the Watchdog, and was it Fire that was good against Amygdala? I can't remember. It was either that or Bolt, I can't remember which.
I must have... What is it?
Yes, wake up,
Very well,
sleepyhead.
let me...
I need your help.
Farewell.
Well, that dissipated quickly. Again, so I can repair my blades. I think the main reason I did so good against the Watchdog the first time was because I had an NPC that distracted him the whole time. And because of how long he is, I was able to go at his flanks and his behind. Hell, everyone said the Abhorrent Beast was extremely difficult, and I managed to kill him the first time solo, whereas every other attempt failed, but then again, I had my health full, so this is probably not going to be the same. And as good as the game is, I hesitate to also even call it next gen. I mean, the environments and the level design is all awesome, but the amount of slowdown is just bad. There are so many times where the game just slows to like 2 FPS per second, and it's not good, honestly. Honestly, 90% of the games that have come out this year, or well, not really this year, in general, for the PS4 and Xbone, they're not so much next gen as they are 7th gen .5. And I'm not the only one who's made fun of that. Defilement 2. And of course, a bonus dungeon right there waiting for me. Ugh. At least the entrance is not. At least the lamp is not too far away. Just put this back in there before I forget, like last time. And I forgot to repair my blade. God damn it. Upstairs and downstairs. So I've seen. I've played the second Witcher game, though. I need to get the third one at some point. Preferably the Game of the Year edition version, which has everything. Oh shit. He jumped from up there, didn't he? Could have sworn I saw him up there before. Mm-hmm. And I did see CD Projekt Red's hour-long demo for Cyberpunk 2077. Honestly, I don't think the game is that revolutionary for what I saw, because I technically have played that game's older brother, Deus Ex Human Revolution. And come to think of it, I have Mankind Divided on the shelf, just haven't been able to get to it because too many DLC for it. And until next bill is paid, I'm not gonna buy a $20 season pass for it to get everything. Not helped by the fact that they never released a complete edition for it like they did with the game previous, so that kind of hurts it, honestly. And that was the first game I got for the PS4. But the character customization looks like it'll be fun. Like, I can create my own little character to compensate. Yep. Another door. Nope. 2 doors. Where to go? see the foot plate. Nothing in here, just one thing and a bunch of lanterns. Candles. Another door. Oh, wait a minute. I was up here. And the strong foe's already gone. He jumped down to join me in the fight I was having. So, he's already taken care of. The game... tumbled itself into my death, into my blade. Uh-oh. Another ambush. Maybe. Oh, I hear it. Hunter's Mark, those are always nice. I could not move nor see anything. I hate it when that happens. Yeah, everyone who says fixed camera action games like Devil May Cry and Ninja Gaiden are bad. Yeah, kiss my hairy white ass. The camera is even faulty in this kind of game too. I always hated that complaint. It never made much sense to me. Get run into a wall or whatever like this, well, the camera's just as useless then. Stupid complaint, and I really wish people stopped making it back in the day. Hell, I wish they stopped making it even now. No game system is inherently perfect. blood, but I need... I'm still looking for that Pthymerian Chalice, unless that's the reward I get for completing it. The whole thing, I mean. Okay, all the rooms looked. Now to get back out there. My lantern on? My lantern's on. Yeah, that's what I was, thinking. I hope that I can exploit the use of an NPC as a distraction for the watchdog just like I did before, because that's what ultimately helped me. If there's a summon spot anyway. Pit stop and resupply. Two NPCs, huh? Huh. Well, I'd like to summon two NPCs, but the game has thus far forbidden me from doing that. Before I forget, resharpen my blades just in case. I'm 155. 242. Huh? The Moonlight Sword is still hanging on. Better safe than sorry, though. Anything different from the stuff that I picked up? What? Rapid poison. Fire and bolt. But attack is down. Attack up. Adds rapid poison and weapon vulnerability down by 51.8. So that should be... That sounds good. Doesn't sacrifice much. If anything, it adds more. Oh, wait a minute. Should I update the sword? Do I have anything for the Moonlight Sword? No, I do not. I'll do what I can about the dog, and depending on whether or not I'm able to defeat it and how tired I am, I'll more than likely make a part 2 of this dungeon for tomorrow. Just like the last couple. Because this is painfully exhausting. It really is. the rest of the game is playtime by comparison. Ugh. Oh, there is an NPC. Well, regular Watchdog wasn't that hard, but we'll see what happens. Not doubting or disbelieving anything, I'm just going by prior experience. Oh, it's Oleg. Will your AI behave this time, old buddy? I hope. What the heck is that awful noise? That is a lot of Thumerians. And Oleg has disappeared for some reason. Never mind, I found him. I seriously want a replica of this sword in its transformed mode. I really do. It's so cool. From what I've heard, that I think there's a similar weapon in the Dark Souls games. Apparently it's a carryover. Kind of like From Software's tendency to occasionally name a character after a composer. That's cool of them. ghost. Oh, come on. Really? It went right into the hall, and I could not tell what I was doing in relation to where everything was. Stupid. Much better. Ugh. Yup. As is right and proper. Door. Nothing here. Nothing there. Oh, this is different. Oh, no. Oh. No. Thought it was one of those witches again. Those are bombs, I think. Don't want to mess with those too much. found the underground area. Meaning the switch has to be back the other way. Yeah, he did. But it worked out anyway. They all do that, pretty much. That leads to the top. So, so I gotta go back here in order to go to the other area that I missed. Or rather, past. I went through here, so it's there. Uh-oh, multiple. Get my teeth. Those screeching long-haired ones that rush me, they remind me so much of the Twitchers from Dead Space, the first one. They move so fast that they twitch. These guys, they don't twitch, but they're as much, but they have that look about them that is just creepy. Ugh. Yeah, especially with that Scream O face. I did not want to do that. Did that by accident. Like, say what you will about the Scream movies, Ghostface has one of the creepiest mugs in horror. Explains why they use it in horror games today, this included. It's just so unnerving. This may not... I guess it's... I wouldn't call this a Bloodborne a survival horror game, since it's technically a Souls game with a different name, but it definitely is. I would classify it as a horror game. Action horror, most definitely. Definitely horrific enough to scare me from time to time, most certainly. love doing that. Death from above, cleaver into the ground. Bang! So satisfying. Oh, come on. A bloody trap. Should have been more careful. Didn't even notice the statue right there. No booby trap for you, buddy. I got it from fighting Ludwig in the Old Hunters DLC. What you have to do is once you defeat him, you have to dress yourself up in healing church garb, like the black or white church outfit or the executioner's armor, and he'll ask you, and you go up to his decapitated head, and he'll ask you a question of whether or not his work was fruitful, in which case you could just bullshit him and say, yes, your healing church work did well, in which case he'll give you the sword. You could just kill him like, deliver the final blow to his head outright and he'll give it to you, but I personally... But just for the sake of... But for safety's sake, I personally did that. The other thing. The whole talk to him thing. Its second form is basically meant for arcane damage, and it does pretty well with it. I recommend it for certain enemies. Like these Thumerians, for instance. Not a super fast weapon, but not overly slow either. Somewhere in the middle. Oh great, it's these trolls again. Dead. Dead. Afflicted Oregon. Doesn't appear to be anything else. Be mindful of the trap just in case. I saw that block. I didn't see any statues, but I don't want to risk it. Nothing else. Scared me for a second, but I remembered, oh wait, I destroyed the statue. No more, no one-shots from that thing ever again. Second dungeon clear, meaning Watchdog must be through here. Ugh. Let's see how hard he is this time. There he is. why some people don't like him. Weapon at risk. Shit. Alrighty then. He now has lava. That is not good. It's Lawrence all over again. Ugh. We all know how much I detested his magma attacks there, did we? Wait a minute. I repaired my blade. Didn't I? Don't tell me. That gem that I equipped. It did the opposite, didn't it? Oh, crap. I read it wrong. Completely and utterly wrong. Weapon durability down by 51. Down, not up. I am such an idiot. Yeah, that's what I completely misread it, and that's what happened. Go back to this one. For whatever reason, I read it as weapon vulnerability down, not durability. Well, I gotta go make an emergency stop at the lecture building so I can repair repair the cleaver. I can't fight the watchdog with a gimped weapon. Whenever it goes into that weak state, that's when it's pretty much done for, and the maximum damage I normally would give is cut in half. went the wrong way by accident, and Oleg went to go fight them for no reason. Okay, he has a charge attack, which is also not very good. I'm gonna try fighting him solo, see how that works. Because that worked with Abhorrent Beast. So, yeah, his health is... I was told that hitting his nose is his biggest weak point, so... Oh, there's another summon spot right over there. Who does it call, though? Queen Killer. Yup. That was not very smart. Well, let's give it a try. See who it is. Not what I wanted to do, but I had a feeling that would be the case. There'd be another summoner somewhere near the boss room. They usually are. What kind of pyramid head motherfucker are you? I think you're in the wrong game, pal. This isn't Silent Hill. You look ridiculous. Also, a wheel. Why a wheel? I never understood that. Well, for this game, I mean. I got ahead of myself. I didn't plan that attack well. Let's just say that. Ugh. Yes, I know. I did Alfred's quest, so I was already aware of that. It's just how he looks with his with shorts and a bare shirt. It's just silly. Try to stay stay behind him, maybe from the flanks. Wow, doing way better. Killed him. He wasn't that hard at all, honestly. Cursed and defiled root. Chalice. It was mostly from keeping my flame retardant armor, as well as going for a way better NPC instead of Oleg again, because I remembered that a lot of the boss rooms have an extra summon spot next to them, so I ended up getting someone who was far better. Everyone was telling me, oh, you say that now, but wait till you get to the watchdog. Yeah, what watchdog? He's gone. No, I didn't, but I think I missed it, honestly, but I could see him from the corner of my eyes that he was doing a pretty good job, especially with that wheel. You know, as silly and ridiculous as that wheel, Executioner's wheel, is, I'm not gonna lie, in the hands of a good NPC like that guy was, it's pretty devastating. I mean, it's so stupid yet so effective at the same time. Like, I don't know how to describe it. Another endurance or another for skill or arcane. I'll do one for arcane. Queen Killer. One of the stupidest looking NPCs in the game, yet surprisingly one of the most effective. Don't ask me how, it just is. And the only reason I died the first time was because I lost track of what I was doing and got killed immediately, like, for whatever reason. But, you know, I changed strategy. I did what I tried to go for the head, because I'd heard that was a huge weak spot, but it didn't really help, because he vomits lava, and then he, unlike the previous version of the Watchdog, he had those shockwave attacks, so I had to go back to the old strategy of just going for the hindquarters and the flanks, as well as being observant when he stops what he's doing and starts charging up, and that worked wonderfully. Also helped that I had a far better and more appropriate NPC than Oleg was with his Molotovs. So we have one more layer left, and then it's the amygdala, and then I'll get the chalice that I need in order to get to Queen Yarnum. So far, the order of dungeons I've been in hasn't been terribly too bad. I mean, yeah, there's been some difficulty here and there, but surprisingly, I'm done pretty well. At 1 hour and 50 minutes, 10:34 in the evening. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call this part 1 for the Defiled Chalice, and do part 2 tomorrow. Likely afternoon, if not late morning. Day off tomorrow, but I have to clean the house as well. It's that time of the week again. So yeah, almost done with Defiled Challenge. Difficult, but not impossible. If anything, it's gotten a little bit smoother than I ultimately feared it would be. Especially since that NPC with the wheel and pyramid head scheme, and surprisingly ended up being more effective than I thought he would be. But anywho, I think that'll do it for tonight. I'll be back tomorrow to do the final part of Defilement, and if possible, get to Ize, or whatever it's called. And if I have to go back to previous dungeons to scrounge for material, I'll do that. Probably off screen, so it's not boring or not repeating the same thing over and over again. Hey, you just got to the end of the stream. Actually, I already did what I wanted to do. But yeah, it'll be up on YouTube, so if you're curious, it'll be watched there eventually. So yeah, 2/3 of Defilement Chalice done. The 2 Old Lords bosses done again. And getting closer and closer to Queen Yarnum, and before you know it, I'll be closer and closer to the end of the game, and I can finally move on. But yeah, honestly, as long as Bloodborne has been, I don't feel compelled to ultimately rush through it. One, because that's not what this kind of game is good for, and two, the content has been entertaining enough to the point that I don't feel completely bored. That was the problem I ultimately had with Okami HD. I liked that game very much. The problem was it kind of had a BSE than they were originally. Hell, in a sense, some of the questions in that game were not properly explained, whereas this game doesn't explain anything. So anyway, that'll do it for tonight. I'll be back with the last of the Defiled Chalice tomorrow, and get to as far as I can with the rest of it. So thank you all for coming and enjoying. Happy you did. And if you like my content, stay tuned for more. I'll definitely be bringing more, not just more Bloodborne, but once I'm done with it, other games as well, like I have in the past. So have a good night, everyone. See y'all later. May the good blood guide your way, or whatever the healing church members say in this game. Oh.